Hey guys, it's Ross going on the Space Coach. So got another classic of science fiction for you, and it's this. The Glass Books of the Dream Eaters by G.W. Dahlquist. First in the trilogy, it's followed by the Dark Volume and concluded by The Chemical Marriage. But this is the best one. It is absolutely brilliant. Just see on the back, it's all done in that like Victorian style of typeface with the different font sizes and all of that. So, the overview that it gives. In the Glass Books of the Dream Eaters, three most unlikely but nevertheless extraordinary heroes become inadvertently involved in the diabolical machinations of a cabal bent upon enslaving thousands through a devilish process. Miss Temple is a feisty young woman with corkscrew curls who wishes only to learn why her fiancé Roger has broken off in their engagement. Cardinal Chang was asked to kill a man, but finding his quarry already dead, he is determined to learn who beat him to it and why. And Dr. Svensson is chaperone to a dissolute prince who has become involved with some most unsavoury individuals. An adventure like no other in a mysterious city few have travelled to, featuring a heroine and two heroes you will never ever forget. And what it does compare it to, correctly I believe, once you've read it, you would understand the comparison. Conan Doyle, Jules Verne, Edgar Allan Poe and Alexandre Dumas with shades of Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut thrown in. It is absolutely fantastic. Had me from the first couple of sentences. Miss Temple's having her breakfast in the hotel in the city. That is basically alternate steampunk London, but it's not called that. The names are quite similar, but just a little bit different. And she gets a note saying that basically her fiancé Roger's just broken off the engagement like that. Out of the blue. She's from the colonies. She's quite wealthy. She owns plantations. So she's not happy at all. And she wants answers. She basically starts trailing him and stumbles across this big conspiracy, as do the others from their own perspective. Cardinal Chang, he's called Cardinal because he wears a red coat all the time, not because he's religious. He's meant to kill someone who's already dead, who I think was Roger's boss. It gets very complicated, all these interweaving plots. And then Dr. Svensson, who's like the medical chaperone to this prince, who is a complete layabout. And he is over here in the UK, and this company and this cabal, they are interested in the prince because his country, which is one of those little states in Germany of, like to say, the 19th century, has got vast natural resources of this particular type that they're interested in. This type of ore that can be a glass that is very useful. So these glass books, they're able to extract your memories from your mind and put it into the books. And they're basically, there's a thing where they're selling, say, little playing cards, and you would touch it and it would be a memory. Someone's memory, who knows who, but you would say, I want a memory of X, I want a memory of Y, and you would have that moment. But yes, they're also taking people's entire lives. They're also reprogramming them through this process, so they're going from, I don't know, let's see, prostitutes to down and out, alcoholics, all that sort of stuff. Now they're model citizens, all that sort of thing. It is brilliant. As the three of them unravel all the mysteries behind it. And it is one of the most complicated, convoluted plots that is relatively easy to follow that I've ever come across. I absolutely love this book. It is brilliant. I did think the Dark Volume successor seemed to drag a bit, and it was all basically in the same location. And The Chemical Marriage was a decent enough conclusion, as I recall. But this volume, cannot fault this. Absolutely fantastic. Thoroughly recommended. The characters are just incredible, and it really has that sort of Saturday serial kind of feel to it, with cliffhanger chapter endings all the time. And most of them is like, oh my god, are they dead? Have they been converted? What's happened? How can they possibly get out of this? All that sort of stuff. Great writing. And it's thick too. How many pages? I know there's little maps and stuff at the back, bonus content, shall we say. I'll show you that as well in a moment. But 753 pages in this, and then it is these like fake adverts. So this is like an extract from a newspaper and stuff, but one of the ones down here talks about a red mask has been left on the train service from this particular station where a lot of the action happens, and quiet lost property for that. So that's probably Cardinal's mask. Yes, what else do we have? Oh yes, a considerable reward is available to anyone able to shed a light on the current whereabouts of a young woman by the name of Isabel Hastings. Applicants should go to the St Royal Hotel in Circus Garden. And that's one of the characters that they're following in this as well. And then you see everything here. Fake adverts. Does your daily paper leave you constipated? Various inventions and all this sort of thing. Mustache wax. And all other stuff. And a lot of these will be directly relevant to things in the plot as well, little hints. Let's see. Yes. Inexpensive, clean, willing. Our girls will satisfy any appetite, any taste, any hour. When looking for time well spent, head south to South Keys. So that's that. The seamy underbelly. Ah, this is important. Dr. Lorenz or Lorenz. Yes, the Royal Institute of Science and Exploration is proud to announce a lecture by Dr. Lorenz on certain external processes and their singular effects on the human mind. Are we in control of our desires? Or could it possibly be that our desires instruct us? What do our desires speak about us? Where do dreams come from? What do they portend? Implying writing for further details. So what else do we have? Yes, the Indigo Clay Company. And it's the Indigo Clay in Germany, the homeland of the Prince and Dr. Svensson, where they're extracting it to make their glass books. And here is, I think, just some of the specs of the machine for the process. So yeah, fantastic, this book. It's brilliant, it really is. Cannot rate it highly enough. And then just various letters between Deputy Prime Minister and this industrialist Henry Zonck, which is Z-O-N-C-K. And that family, there's several members of them, and they're all at war with each other, scheming and plotting as part of this whole process. Yeah. And then Lord Robert Van Darif is in the other one, and he's the owner of this company that is basically has created the process based on Dr. Lorenz's information. So I think that was it. Yes. The Comte d'Orcans, who is the one who has invented the process. He's masquerading, I think, as Dr. Lorenz. I'm not sure. Yeah. Demonstration of what he calls a process. The volunteer, Mr. Gray, one of the Institute servants, appalling in every particular, and yet the results are undeniable. The naked soul made pliable as straw. For the first time, the Comte's alchemical cant seemed true, as if some angelic power had been seized from the sky or an infernal one drawn from the earth. The test burnt through the machines and exhausted already supplies of indigo clay, yet the point was made clear. Shook hands with HX at the finish. He has dedicated his works at Raxval. That is one of the locations where the process takes place. Tomorrow I call on Axworth and the Privy Council. Operatives engaged in Berlin to make inquiries north. So it's all very secretive. Yes. Yes. This is then just advertising the second book, the Dark Volume. A Trinity of Villainy. By order of the Ministry, all officials are asked to be vigilant and on the lookout for three most dangerous characters. A murderous killer for hire by the name of Chang wears a red topcoat and black glasses, handy with swords and daggers. A military officer of Mecklenburg by the name of Dr. Svensson, a crack shot with a pistol. A young woman of questionable repute who has been passing herself off as one Isabel Hastings, real name unknown. None should be approached alone, since each is especially dangerous when cornered. Contact your superiors immediately upon sighting. You close the book and awake as if from a dream. The dream is over. The nightmare begins in the dark volume. Beware your dreams. So yes, the glass books of the Dreamer is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Thoroughly recommended. So if you guys have read it, why don't you let me know what you think? And if not, you better crack on with it because you will not be disappointed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a common topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.